Remember, George.
Order. Design. Tension. Balance. Light.
Daniel has been with Sunday in the Park with George since it was first done. Where?
At the Menier chocolate factory. Yeah, in 2005 we started. Wow.
So you've been doing it for quite a while now.
We had an 18-month break between the end of the West End run and the beginning of the Broadway rehearsals.
Well, tell me what what was like for you to leave a part after a very successful part for you, where you moved to the West End at some point, and then coming back to it.
You know, I've never done it before, but I really recommend it. It's been, I think it's a great testament to the material that there hasn't been one day where I've felt that I've got all that I need from it, or that I've found everything there is to find from the score or the libretto, and there's not one day where I haven't discovered new things. And so it's been a real thrill. It's also great because, I don't know if you perform, but you know, when something is really in your body and in your muscle memory, you have much more freedom to explore and to be open to new things.
So what is it like to go into a cast that's been together and then do it again, sort of?
I had such a quick rehearsal process in London to get the chance to do 4 full weeks and to properly discover the show with a whole load of other actors has been a real pleasure, and they're great and so welcoming. We really feel embraced by them. It's been really lovely.
If someone had said, well, what would be, you know, your greatest wish? And I would say, well, Sunday in the Park with George, and I didn't even know it was happening. And literally like 2 weeks later, my phone rang, and I said, that's it, I have to do that.
The phone rang out of the blue. You knew nothing.
To come for an audition, and I thought, that's amazing. I didn't even think that there would be anything for me in it, because I keep forgetting that I'm getting older.
Well, in some ways there are similarities, because I'm playing, in the first act, I'm playing a guy who was very friendly with George when they were in art school together, and who has been much more successful and is much wealthier and has married well, and now is a little condescending towards George, a little superior, but at the same time suspects that George's work is better than his own, more original than his own.
I play the boatman in the first act and Dennis in the second act, which is a different double from the first time around.
Is that so? Why is that, do you think?
Well, Sam and I, the director and I, have talked about it at length, and there's the relationship between George in the first act and the boatman is very singular. There's a lot that's similar about them, in that they're kind of outsiders and they don't have great social skills. And in the second act, Dennis is George's assistant, and kind of only has a relationship with George. So both of the characters have such a singular relationship with George. Drawing that comparison between the acts was very important to Sam, and the more we get into rehearsals, it makes complete sense to me. So, and it's great because Dennis is a fantastic character to get to dive into in the second act. So, it's really a wonderful, wonderful double, and I'm having a ball doing it.
Explain the part, because it's kind of a marvelous part.
It's a marvelous part. The mother, who is described as the old lady, so you're never really quite sure who she is. But you know she has some relationship to George, and eventually you discover she is the mother. But they have a very in and out kind of relationship, and the mother also is sort of in and out of reality, early senility. I think there's a reason why they call her the old lady, because she's sometimes very lucent and sometimes not.
For me, I've been listening to the album since the album was released. I remember buying it and singing it in my front room, driving my mum mad, who eventually, I remember, came in one time when Move On was playing from doing the washing up, streaming with tears, going, I get it, it's so beautiful.